SEC Coach of the Year Rhonda Fain and her Florida Gators come into these championships ranked #1. But these days in Gainesville, you need more than a #1 ranking to get people's attention on campus.
The school itself is just feeding off of the energy and the excitement and the passion. We love Florida so much, and we are honored to always represent Florida.
Our academics and our athletics is great at UF, and the other team's doing well. We just feed off of that, and we get confidence from them bringing home the championship titles.
For our football team and our basketball team to come home with trophies, it's amazing. And our athletes want that same thing. They want that feeling. They want that trophy. They want to experience what our other student athletes are experiencing on campus.
It is contagious. Can gymnastics keep the title run going? Sophomore sensation Corey Hartung on the beam, Amanda.
She's so elegant on this event. She looks very tall and long, although she's only about 5'4". Beautiful for an aerial. Right into a tumbling pass by handspring layout step out. You can see beautiful form on those legs all the way down to the toe point. Corey was a U.S. national team member, and you can see that in her presentation. She has great flexibility. Something that really stands out at the collegiate level. Polish. Very difficult dismount. Round off 2.5 twist. Line landing there. She can't see the floor when she lands. Just a slight hop, though.
She seems satisfied, as is Rhonda Fain, her coach. And her score is a 9.825. Over to the bars where Tasha Swigert of UCLA is preparing. You know, the Bruins have won the national championship 5 times, but missing nationals last year was both a setback and motivation for this year's team.
Going to UCLA, you really take it for granted thinking that you're just a shoo-in for NCAAs every year. And when we didn't make it last year, it just hit us hard. And so this year, you know, the whole year we're pushing strong, and we really, as a team, committed to putting our hearts into it and basically doing whatever we could.
There is Tasha Swigert, a key element to the success of this UCLA team, 2005 all-around champion.
You know, they lost a lot of leadership, and I tell you, Tasha has really stepped up into that position, helping lead this team back to NCAA's. Very dynamic athlete. Beautiful release move combinations there. UCLA is really nailing every handstand on this event, and that's going to be the difference between 9.8s, 9.9s. As well as landings, double layout. A little off balance there, but she loves it.
She's the only gymnast in the nation to be ranked in the top 15 in all 4 of these events. And on bars, 9.85 for her. Tabitha Yim of Stanford on the vault, junior from Irvine, California.
She has a huge Yurchenko full. Beautiful. Like I mentioned, we're going to see that all day long, but that's a vault right there that's going to get a big score.
Yeah, you bet it is. She's excited, and 9.90 for Tabitha Yim of Stanford. Over to the floor exercise we go. Sophomore Kylie Stone from Calgary, Alberta. Amanda, this is her specialty, and along with Emily Parsons, they're the 1-2 punch for Dan Kindig's team.
Well, they have big tumbling pass. They have great dance. They love to perform. Something I've noticed in the last couple years with collegiate gymnastics on this event is incorporating more difficult passes. We see a lot of the gymnasts this year ending with a double pike, which is exactly what Kylie's going to do. Oh, a little short there. She looked like she was going for a perfect landing. A stick came out a little bit early. Of course, putting her hands down will be at least a 3/10 of a deduction.
Yeah, that's a bitter disappointment, really, for Nebraska. They don't want to count that score, 9.225, so no more mistakes for Nebraska. Florida's Ashley Reed had some trouble on the beam. Just a 9.55 for her. Here's why.
Right here on our flight series, back handspring, layout, step out to back handspring. You can see a little off balance. And again, putting your hands down like that is an automatic 3/10 of a deduction.
So there's concern on the face of Rhonda Fain as her freshman phenom, Amanda Castillo, has mounted the beam.
Well, to have a freshman anchoring on this event tells you a lot about Amanda. Very confident, beautiful flight series. When you have a mistake in the lineup, it puts added pressure on this last person. Standing layout, step out. Little balance check. On this event, you can really tell in the athlete's face and their movements if they're confident and if they're prepared for this event. You can just tell she's commanding her body.
She and Hartong have really elevated this team.
And they've added difficulty for the Gators right here. Very difficult dismount, round off, double pike. Beautiful. You don't see that too often off balance beam, and she highlighted that landing, letting everybody know she nailed it.
Certainly Rhonda Fain does. And so do her mom and dad, Rick and Maria, along with the Florida faithful. A score of 9.85 for Amanda Castillo, and you see Florida survives the beam with a 49.225. And a little sachet with Melanie Sinclair. Here's Emily Parsons, 2007 First Team All-America on vault as well as floor exercise.
Well, she has a lot of power in her tumbling. You'll see front double full, punch right into a pike front. Very nice. She's a very dynamic floor routine. One area that she gets most of her deductions in, however, is right there on her leaps. You can see not as much extension through her feet and legs. And that's going to be the difference between 995s and 985s.
Remember, after that difficulty Kylie Stone had, they really need a great score from her here.
Last tumbling pass, finishing with double pike. Great height there, beautiful landing.
A solid performance for Emily Parsons, and may have needed more than that, though, in this situation. Parents James and Julie look on.
For the second rotation.
And her score is a 9.875. Not bad for her, but a difficult start for Nebraska on floor exercise. Stanford did very well on the vault, and Florida really survived the beam exceedingly well. And their head coach, Rhonda Fain, is with Amanda Borden. Amanda?
Rhonda, you guys started on that make-or-break event. You hit 5 routines, or counted 5 good scores. It's got to feel good to have that one out of the way.
It's a huge relief because always starting a competition on beam is really nerve-wracking. So I was really thrilled how our team responded, and now it's just, we were saying the party's on because we just have nothing to lose now.
Well, your anchor, a freshman, Castillo, I'll tell you what, she came back after a little mistake. What's the energy like as you go into another great event?
It's amazing, especially for Amanda to come back, and she's done that a few times this year already, and so she's familiar with situations like that. It just speaks volumes for not only her as an athlete, but the future of Florida gymnastics, her being a freshman.
When we come back, the two-time defending champion Gym Dogs, as well as the homestanding Utes, will take the mat here in Salt Lake City.